Alrighty, good morning folks. We're up in this beautiful little creek. I don't know if you can see it behind me. A little bit of a mangrove creek, quite muddy, quite rocky. And yeah, we're gonna try out a new lure today. By the time this video's come out, it's definitely been released at AFTA. There's lots and lots of little crabs and little prawns up in here. So you can probably get an idea of what I'm gonna be throwing. We're gonna put it through its paces. I haven't thrown them before, so we're gonna see how we go. Up here in this little mangrove creek, we can hear a couple of boofs up in the mangroves, plenty of bait moving through, seeing heaps of crabs and little prawns flicking in the shallows, so it gets me excited and yeah, can't wait to get into the action. Bit of a run out tide, which is perfect. Seeing heaps of stuff up in the shallows boofing and causing some ruckus, so I'll show you what I'm going to be throwing today and giving it a red hot crack. Where is she? There she is. So it's the 1.5 inch Trickster. So just been released at AFTA. Really good bunch of different colors. Bloodworm UV is the main one I've got here. I've got a couple of others. Pretty interesting little lure. I don't really throw crab lures at all, but this 1.5 inch is probably going to be perfect in here. Lots and lots of little crabs up in the mangrove shallows that I've seen previously here. So that should be fun. Just got it tied up here on this rod here. Just a standard sort of jig head. I think it's like a 1/12 or 1/16 jig head. You could probably rig it a various different rays, but I think I'm just going to try this to start off with, see how that goes. I'm going to be giving that one a go, and we've got the smaller Imposter too that's been released as well. I did a video on that one just recently as well. I think the main goal with this little Trickster here is going to be getting it into the spots where you think there's going to be fish and letting it sit down towards the bottom. And with this standard sort of jig head setup, it should sit up like that, and these little claws going up like that, little defensive mode. But yeah, 1.5 inch, everything's going to eat it. So, and not necessarily just for little mangrove creeks with crabs in it, but you know, rock walls, rock bars, bridges, all that sort of stuff. We'll just see how we go with this little guy. It's 1.8 where I'm sitting now. Last time I was here, it was literally like 0.4. So definitely a bit of tidal swing through here. Hopefully that turns the fish on. Hopefully that turns the little fish on. Oh boy. There's a fish on that. I snagged up in there, and then a couple of fish come out and absolutely smoked it. Whoops. Yeah, I just got it on like a 1/12 jig head. It is getting pushed around a fair bit in this high flow for this tiny creek. So I was thinking about changing up, going a bit deeper, a bit heavier, but it's alright, we'll just persist for a little bit longer. Yep. Nice. Nice. He's not massive or anything. Not massive, but first on the Trickster. Not even hooked properly. Tiny little dude. Not the size I was after, but hey, it's a start. Oh, there we go. There's the little lure there. Little Trickster. Ow. Ow. Not the size, but definitely the target species up in these little tiny mangrove creeks with the little Trickster. Just change it a little bit so that the hookup is a little bit better, because I'm getting a lot of pecks and it's probably this sort of class of fish. But to start, see ya buddy. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of taps and I wonder if they're hitting the claws, so it's probably a way to rig it so that, you know, you got your hook more exposed. But this is all I got at the moment, so that's very cool. It's not just going to catch bream, it's going to catch everything. You know, jacks eat crabs, trevally, dewies, flatties, everything eats a crab. It's one of those lures that's kind of come in popularity over the last sort of couple of years. You know, hard bodies, plastics, there's all different types now. I think the 1.5 inch is just a perfect little snack size. perfect little snack size. Don't know how much water we've got left up the back here. Push up a bit further and see. There's a little log here, I wonder. Is there anything hiding off it? There was. I was like, that looks like a nice little snag. Boom. Little Brimbo. Hopefully we can get bigger size up here. Bigger size, that one definitely ate it this time. Just a little wee tucker. Plenty of life up here. Just need a little bit better class of fish, but it's alright. I saw that snag and I was like, it's just a little log sitting in the water. I was like, oh, there's got to be something hanging off it. Underarm cast, boom, fish. Boom, fish. I can actually see little crabs in the shallows here coming out through the mangroves and stuff as this tide's receding. So definitely matching the hatch in that regard. Meanwhile, whilst it's happening, might have a fish here. Oh, hits. Hits. Oh, dropped him. Oh, come eat it. Come eat it. He's got it. Has he got it? As I was talking about it, there's plenty of crabs up here, so definitely matching that hatch. Definitely matching the hatch. That is faux show. Tide's ripping through here. Yep, nice. Knew there'd be a fish up here with this tide. Well, it's a nice one actually. Oh, whoa. That's the better sized fish. Absolutely it is. Absolutely. That's the one we're looking for. Nice. Nice. On the Trickster. Beautiful. Not a record breaker, but definitely better size than those first couple that we got. There we go. Nicer fish. Much nicer, smashing some little prawns and crabs up here, and sure enough that little Trickster matched that hatch pretty well. Oh, just hanging in at the mouth there, just lip hooked. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful. See you, buddy. That made it worth it, just sneaking up past here. See if there's another one in there. Just a little washing machine, like this tide is just hoofing through here. Not surprised that there was a fish there. All right, just a quick break in the footage here, and you can see that the Trickster is working really well using a standard grip bar jig head, and it works really well, but sometimes you're getting a lot of claw bites because some of the fish kind of peck at the claws, and didn't run any assists or anything like that, but at AFTA they released the Rise R jig heads as well as the Rapid Assist hooks, so I'll show you those ones here. But yeah, basically with these guys, not only does it get the crab in a defensive position like this, so when it sits flat at the bottom, those claws are up, it's got those little assists on the end there, which helps with any of those sort of biters that are just pecking at the claws. And yes, I did get plenty of bites this last session, but yes, obviously with the standard jig head, I was still getting fish. There was a couple that were pecking at the claws, so running this little system here will definitely improve your hookup rate. So these aren't available just yet when this video is released, hopefully over the next couple of weeks, but keep an eye out on the socials and well as your local tackle shops for that little Rapid Assist and the Rise R jig heads. Otherwise you could run your own little assist as well. The rain's coming, let's get back into the session. Another thing as well, this little crab just skips so well. Don't have to put your back into it or anything like that. It's just like the Imposter, the Suspect, the Heavy Hitter, they all skip beautifully. The material that they're made out of, I think, definitely plays into that. Looks like a pretty good little creek for a jack as well. In the warmer months, you'll probably still get them this time of year, but definitely an interesting little lure. It's doing the job pretty well so far. A few various different colours that they've come out with, which is cool. Just got this on a grip R jig head, so that's like a 1/12, So I think it's coming into its own now that the tide's slowing up heaps. The tide was rushing before and it was just getting pushed all over the shop. So got a couple of fish on it in this little arm here. So there's another arm further up, so we're just going to push up that and just see. But you can see why it works really, really well, because you imagine if it's sitting on the bottom like this and you've got current and flow, these guys are going to be moving all over the shop and they just kind of peck it and go for it there. So 3 fish so far in not very long, like honestly like 30, 40 minutes or something like that. So that's pretty good. Got him. There's a tiny little buff up in there. Just on the way out. Had a little buff. He's not big, but got him. Number 4. Little trickster there. See ya, buddy. No way. Oh, what are you doing up here? Smacking a little crab. Look at that. Get down. Yes. I wasn't expecting you up here. That's a nice flatty too. Right up shallow here. It's like 0.6 of a meter up here. They don't just catch the little brimbos and stuff. Look at that. Flatty on the trickster. Flatty dog on the trickster. There is so much bait here. I don't know if the sound is going to show you there, but like lots of bait I just went over. It's just this like little intersection here, and flatties like the crab as well. Everything eats a crab, hey? Everything eats a crab. Makes it worth, these little exploring missions up these little creeks that, a lot of people probably don't go up. Makes it worth it. So there's a little lure that did it. Little trickster, and here's the result. Lovely sort of fish in that beautiful sun there. Not the greatest sort of spot to be getting a photo of him, but this will do whilst the sun's out. It's raining before. Nice eating size fish, and I think I'm definitely going to take this one home for tea. Probably about what, 40s, 45, maybe even 50. But yeah, that's awesome on that little trickster there. Yeah, that one is 53. That's pretty good. Yeah, perfect eating size fish. So I'll dispatch of this one and we'll keep going. That's very, very cool. So not only does it catch little brimbos up in this creek, but also some flatties as well. It's literally 0.5 of a meter here, and you just come off that little drain over there. And yeah, it's basically the exact same technique I've been throwing for the last few hours here. Probably only like what, hour and a half, 2 hours now. So we've definitely got some good numbers, and I managed to feed as well. Wife will be happy. Wife will be very happy. This little trickster is doing very, very well. Is this the most ideal sort of setting or situation to throw the little trickster in? Maybe, maybe not. Like it matching the hatch, absolutely, for crabs and that sort of thing. But I definitely think this is going to excel around, bridge pylons, pontoons, rock bars, you name it. But definitely just come up here for a bit of an explore as well as experimentation, and both have paid off very, very well. So I'm happy with that. Absolutely happy with that. We'll just fish for a little bit longer, see if we can't get anything else. Fish on that snag. Doesn't look very deep there, but I was like, oh, I'll just pop it in there, and there's a little fish playing with it. Tiny little fella. Tiny little dude. And hailed it. He ate the best out of all of them. It's the smallest fish. Oh. Got him. Nice, he come back for it a second time. Another one. Nice. Little dude. Lots of little fellas up here. Oh, that's probably a sign for me to get out of here. Rain's coming down now, wind's picked up. I think it's time for me to head out of here. But really good little session on that Trickster. And I'm going to throw it in a few different spots as well, around some bridges, all that sort of stuff, rock bars, you name it. So hope you enjoyed it. Give it a like, comment down below if you got anything for me, and hit subscribe as well. Appreciate it, guys. Glorious weather. We'll see you next time. Thanks.